Hello everyone, welcome to an episode of The Shin Travels. How you guys doing? Apparently, you've been unsubscribing people from different channels, so I don't know, check the subscribe button, see if you subscribe, and tell me in the comments, I'm actually curious. While you're down there, be sure to give it a like if you like the video. Channel's been going a bit of a decline. It's very motivating to see all the likes and comments. So without further ado, let's get back to the video. Hello everyone, welcome.
I was going to say, Jake, while you were holding your hands together, they looked bad.
What?
They looked like you were holding them wrong.
See guys, this is why I need to mute myself when I do the intros. Eventually, you arrive at a cozy looking restaurant. Restaurant?
Restaurante.
Restaurant.
Okay, never mind. You all take a seat around the table. You end sitting up between Charles and Max. So now you're sitting between, I don't know, somebody else, apparently. While Max seems to be enthralled by the concept, speaking mostly to the others and asking opinions.
I have to add, I cannot stop focusing on the lorem ipsum on the menu.
Oh no.
What's that a reference to?
Oh no.
Lorem ipsumadies nuts.
Grant, you're gonna need to change that, I'm sorry.
There's just too much lorem ipsum on the menu.
Charles takes a slower approach. He turns to you for a conversation.
Oh god.
We missed most of it, which makes me a little curious about what you thought of the exhibits at museum.
That was nice, I like that.
Any favorite parts?
While there were some interesting pieces, you've never really been that into art. Maybe some other kind of art.
There were some interesting parts.
Like the one when we went to the bathroom with John.
Yes.
Nice.
Johnson.
No.
But I think that personally, the best part was getting to know John and Max a little better. The echo voice is not
The other
here.
narrator, no.
You're gonna have to do the echo voice now.
Having said it out loud, that sounds far too sappy. Maybe I should say something so he doesn't think I'm just sappy. That sounds pretty sappy, now that I think of it. Can I stop saying the word sappy?
Sappy.
Sappy.
That's not bad thing. We're all going away on journey, and it will be a while before we get back. That's why people celebrate or have an event before starting a new project or a new job. Kind of as goodbye to what has been and greeting for what come next.
Bad
English
shit.
was B-. There's also the substance of memory.
The substance?
Duh, did Commander tell you about his favorite line, the perception of time?
Not yet.
Oh, you're learning.
Very good. A+.
Yes. I mean that.
Charles looks over to Mike, who seems to be listening patiently to something Max is explaining. He winks at the two of you.
It might be better to leave that for tonight, and have him explain it himself. It's one of those lines he's quite proud of. I guess it's mostly a philosophical view.
I'll look forward to that.
That leads the conversation into philosophy for you. Okay. And you can't help but wonder.
What's your favorite philosophical question?
What's your sexual orientation?
Charles actually lets out a chuckle as you ask him.
Why is handsome stranger so handsome if you've never seen his face?
And what's your sexual orientation?
Oh my god. Station.
You can just off. You're gay, you have that sense.
I'm gay.
You're very gay. You're pink
I'm very
hoodie.
pink and I have a crocodile, okay? That just doesn't mean anything.
Very cute.
Your question reminded me of something I read here on Earth. What differs humans from animals? Aristotle argued this. What makes humans different from animals is the ability to argue. If you were trapped in a cage with human, you might try to reason and argue to cooperate, while animal will do what it needs for its own survival, be it eat you or not. As such, it is reason, or the ability to argue and see or understand reason. I might have misquoted or understood, but it's fascinating.
If you only knew.
If only he knew is actually the correct one.
This is not what it says. I read the line.
Well, yeah, but Charles lets out another soft chuckle.
Hue.
Hugh.
Charles thinks for a second, and then answers.
I enjoy mixing scientific ideas with philosophical questions. Serious face now.
He has a look on his face as if sorting through ideas, deciding on which one to pick. Then he seems to settle on one.
I told you about quantum entanglement earlier.
Actually, we skipped that. No, we didn't skip that. No, he did end up telling us about the quantum. Okay, that's embarrassing. Haha.
We spent an
Never
entire
mind.
video on it.
Ash's black hole will never recover from this.
It's all quantum entangled with something.
You think back to the lecture about entanglement Charles held for you.
In essence, two objects are linked and doing something that... What? Two objects are linked and doing something to one can...
Yeah.
In essence, two objects are linked and doing something to one can influence the other object. I remember. Entangled objects are connected so that actions performed on one affect the other, even when separated by great distances.
He looks at you and lets out a smirk that betrays how happy he is.
He seems happy at the fact that he taught you something. Me something. He taught me something.
Well put. My favorite philosophical question in topic would be mixing something like quantum entanglement with personal feelings or ideas.
Reminds me of something you thought about.
Reminds me of something you thought about. The narrator's
no.
gaining conscience.
Reminds me of something you thought about after Commander Steel told you about entanglement. What entanglement? Quantum entanglement? And
Bedsheet entanglement.
Something like, can feelings or souls be entangled?
he once again looks a little surprised.
That's great example.
It's a romantic idea as well.
What are you implying, little man?
It means there's a soulmate out there, in a way.
Does it?
According to the writer of the game, yes.
Okay, I'll take his word for it.
It does lead to that question, doesn't it?
Does it, Charles? Does it?
What was the question again?
And if there is
Can you
soulmate...
repeat the question?
No. Sit down.
No!
Teacher,
Teacher,
can
please
you
repeat the question.
We didn't
This is
hear it back
out of
here.
session, out of my office.
Can you please repeat the question?
I'm gonna repeat my foot up your ass.
Do it. I'm into that.
So he is in defeat. You heard it here, ladies
I
and
am
gentlemen.
not.
Thank you so much for watching. And if there is soulmate, does it mean that soulmate is the one true love? What if we're entangled to a friend?
Lorem ipsum dolo.
Stop.
That menu text is quantum entangled.
to this menu text.
If you and I were entangled, would I be your friend or your lover?
Isn't that kind of a soulmate as well? Different kinds of love.
I like idea. There also the idea of how to entangle feelings. If our actions entangle our relationships, friendships, or lovers, even enemies, then we are all entangled in different ways.
The entanglement might just differ in intensity.
Why are we talking about philosophical questions in a gay furry visual novel involving us going to
God, I'm about to do yoga if this continues.
At this point, going to space is going to be the DLC.
It is.
Perhaps, but at that point I think it's not the same kind of entanglement anymore. I like idea of layers of it. Like onion.
No.
Like
No.
Shrek.
I could be your green soulmate, or your best green friend. And it could be because we're entangled. Or there could be a wide web of entanglement that started as soon as we got to know each other. Two separate words, Grunt.
I guess it all depends on how one would view it. So either we're all entangled in different ways and our interactions and ideas change that, and it changes us as well. Or the entanglement would mean that there is one person you're entangled with. And that if that's your best friend,
Or your lover. Sorry, I'm eating Russian sandwich. I think it's quite the calming idea. Either a best friend or a lover being out there. And if you want to meet them, wouldn't the entanglement make it so they want to meet you as well? I'd love to be entangled with someone.
space.
All these hints. No one settle. No one settle anymore.
go entangle with someone else.
It's literally like, please entangle me.
You could swear that you saw him blushing just for a second. For just a second. You could swear that you saw him blushing for... You could swear that you saw him blushing for just a second.
God, it's
How's
a
it-
drinking
Must
water
be the
today.
year of the tiger thing going on.
Now I have to repeat it again.
I'm sorry.
Confiscate
could
Frank
swear
from
that
him.
Stop it.
You could swear that you saw him blushing. You could swear that... Okay, I'm gonna do some f***ing jutsu. Some reading jutsu. You could swear that you saw him blushing for just a second, as if he realized that the innuendo of what you just said.
They're close, so close.
It's fine, let's just move on. I hate this line.
You're quite the romantic, Charles.
Not the only one by the look of it.
He smiles at you.
There's few more ways one could bend the argument. Is if we were entangled, would we like the same person instead? But that's not as much of a fun thing to consider.
Why not? 3 of us. I agree. I prefer the first idea.
We are but people, so we might as well go with the fun parts when we get the chance.
Well, that would be the threesome then.
It
Yeah,
is.
the threesome.
You're just contradicting yourself, Charles. Jesus.
I can't help but wonder, if entanglement of souls is real, how would one end up with the wrong person?
The tiger is listening closely to you as you speak.
Like a bad ex.
We are still but people, and even if entanglement is real, there's no saying feelings can be entangled in just one way.
He looks you in the eye.
I take it you have a story to tell in that regard.
It's as if he's read through you completely. You sigh.
It all started when I was 12.
No,
Oh,
what the
I'm talking about having a bad childhood, damn you!
Might as well roll with it, right? Time to open the gates once again.
You tell him about your ex. About how it started great, but it was never real for him. And how in retrospect, he stopped you from moving forward. Like how he discouraged you from finishing the studies for your network certifications. Or how he talked bad about the few friends you had, eventually tearing a rift in your relationship with them. Of course, you weren't so blunt in your words when you described it. And he even called you out for being apologetic at times.
We don't choose our weaknesses, and we don't get to pick what mistakes we make. You can just do your best to move forward afterwards. And the best cure to a broken or beaten heart is a stiff drink and good conversation, spoken like true Russian.
You can't drink stiff drinks, because it's stiff, it's solid.
You can deep throat it.
Okay. Hopefully you'll be able to get a dose of both tonight.
He leans in close and whispers in your ear.
Trust me on that one. I'm a doctor.
You can't help but laugh at that.
It's a fun day so far. I wonder how the laser tag and evening will play out. It's almost like it's all set up to give me a chance to spend some time with each of you, and all at once.
That's the idea.
Unless we're talking about all the other people on the ship. Ha ha ha.
Use today to make memory. It is change of seasons, so to say.
You pass out. You finish up lunch and chat for a bit while digesting the food. After y'all relaxed, Charles ends up calling for the car to take you to the arcade. There's less talking as everyone's digesting the food, but the timing works out. Wow, the timing's f***ing buff. Ooh.
No.
As you get to the
Awful.
arcade, everyone seems to be lively as ever.
Ooh, that looks like a fun arcade.
Yeah, you can play with elevators. Before long, you're all getting suited up to play laser tag. Meanwhile, John is bothering the elevator door.
It's just too tight.
You can't help but think it feels a little surreal.
I'm right here, about to play laser tag with...
Well, people who aren't human.
Why is that a different text box?
You just ask Grant. This is just all...
Why was that a different text box? It doesn't make any sense.
They all look excited, although slightly lost.
Oh my god. That's a nice shirt.
No.
You were wearing a shirt like that.
I'm literally wearing the same shirt. No, I was before I changed. I just changed. I was wearing that same shirt and it was just as tight as that one.
What pants are you wearing?
Mine,
They're black as well.
They don't have a buckle.
Damn.
Ah, yes, Shin. Show me that belly.
What belly? There's no belly in here. You can see the uncensored video on our OnlyFans. Link in description. Dirk, can you do Mike Steele,
On
please?
OnlyFans.
Derek.
Yeah, can you do an OnlyFans? I'll subscribe.
Derek?
Can you do Mike Steele, please?
This reminds me of gun practice. Although, hopefully a lot less serious.
And with very fewer casualties.
It's supposed to be lighthearted.
The bear smiles.
Besides, even if it was a while since I last played, you guys don't stand a chance.
Mike laughs at that.
Am I to expect no mercy then?
No, it's only Lucio. Sorry, like this is the healer.
Hold on, wait.
Maybe I'll be
Hold on,
Tracer.
wait.
I'm
I'll
already
get it.
Tracer.
Max aims his rifle at Commander and fires.
The game hasn't even started yet.
I'm just making sure to get an early advantage.
Advantage.
Advantage! I like my balls!
Is that a challenge?
Never should have let my guard down, eh? Didn't figure for to be one who would shoot a friend in the back, Max.
Friendships don't matter in the game.
Now die.
You get a silly idea.
It's silly, but...
You quickly aim your rifle and shoot at the Commander, flat in the chest.
Oh my god, double homicide.
The bear gets a contemplating look on his face, and then a twinkle in his eye.
Don't expect me to go easy on any of you.
John and Charles seem to be discussing something as well. They occasionally glance over to you, Max and the Commander. You can't help but think it's almost as if they're plotting something. John waves you over. The Commander seems to notice, but doesn't say anything. He gives you a pat on the shoulder and starts asking the game organizer a few questions as you make your way over to John and Charles.
Dot, dot. Double dot, dot.
Imagine someone whispering that in your ear.
We need to team up.
Isn't this supposed to be a fair match?
Together we'll rule the world. Oh, I mean, that's why we need to team up.
John sighs.
If this is anything like shooting a regular rifle, their heads may come off clean. We don't stand a chance after Max and you riled him up.
One of Mike's hobbies is target practice. He does it once or twice a week. Pair that up with having practiced for years. I'd usually say play fair. But in this case, teaming up is the only way to have fair chance.
No!
There it is!
God damn it. Yes, we have a puke ball. Now Beanboozled are just they're just being mean to us. Look at this. This is where the little spinner is. Or should be. Oh my god, they're just mocking us at this point. Just please don't get the dead fish one again. Oh god. Buttered popcorn or rotten egg?
That both doesn't sound good. Oh no! Oh no! Oh, this is awful!
Oh god. It's just all hit at once.
This is not good.
Oh god, oh god. Go get the
This tastes
toothbrush.
like rotten eggs.
Go.
Oh my god. Oh no, it tastes in your mouth. Oh, next time we're getting buttered popcorn. Ugh.
It doesn't.
It's stuck
Yeah,
in
it stays in your
my teeth.
Okay, so it doesn't. I'm gonna speak without breathing through my nose. I thought it was good for a while because it was kind of sweet, and then it just all hit me at once. It was just, no.
This is.
awful.
I thought it was butter popcorn at first, but then it just started to taste awful, and I was like, "Yeah, this is not butter popcorn. This is the bad one."
I think we just got beanboozled. I think that's the point of these.
Ugh.
It smells here so bad. I needed like a clothespin on my nose the entire time. What the f?
They seem serious.
It's all in good spirits, of course. I'm fairly sure he's expecting us to team up already.
He definitely knows.
Charles knows to. Oh god, why is it so disgusting still?
It stays.
Okay, I'm getting some mouthwash. What the? Charles nods towards the commander, and as your eyes land on him, you notice he's looking at you. He then proceeds to put the laser tag rifle up to his eyes, like he's taking aim.
He definitely knows. What about Max?
There's no way he'd team up with us. Knowing him, he wants it to be a fair fight, even if there's no chance of winning. You don't have to team up with us, but it'd give us a better chance. What do you say?
Thinking about it, the commander definitely seems ready if you were to team up against him. But what about fair play? Is winning important? And what would be the most fun?
Yes, we'll get to have to decide in the next episode.
Oh my god, community poll, vote in the description.
Yeah, vote in the description. Let us know which one we should go for. We're gonna go for team up anyway, no matter what you choose. So just letting you know. I'm gonna take another bean
No,
for the outro.
I am not doing this with you.
Yeah, no.
Licorice or skunk? Oh no.
I just had mint, and now I'm having licorice. I'm sorry. This is not licorice. This is not licorice. Fake.
Extremely foul-smelling secretion produced by glands that line a sac. So literally, you are eating all that you ate.
I'm eating a skunk's anus juices. I know.
Concentrated secretion.
Amazing. Oh, that tastes like